Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is still the 26th of September and this time I'm bringing you some news regarding The Evil Within on the PC, as Bethesda has released the list of recommended PC system specifications for the upcoming title. Now, as I said, these are the recommended specifications. At the moment, there are no minimum specifications provided. Hopefully they will release those as well as hopefully the maximum specifications, but for the moment this is the recommended, so at least give you a rough idea if you need to upgrade or whatnot. So, you will need, of course, a 64-bit OS, Windows 7 or Windows 8, a Core i7 with 4+ cores, 4GB of RAM, a rather hefty 50GB of hard drive space, and an equally hefty GeForce GTX 670 or equivalent with 4GB of VRAM. And according to Bethesda, quote, "It's worth noting that the 50GB of space required is for the PC install. When the installation is complete, the game will take up 41GB of hard drive space." Which is a little bit better, don't get me wrong, but 40GB is still a huge amount of space, and 50GB for an install is pretty ridiculous, but I guess it's just one of those things. Now, as for the console versions, it is confirmed that The Evil Within will take up 40GB of space on the high-end PS4 and Xbox One, whereas it will only take about 7GB on the PS3 and Xbox 360. However, the Xbox 360 version will feature a mandatory installation to the console hard drive or compatible USB stick. So, their hard drive requirement there is pretty ridiculous, but I think the main stumbling block for people is going to be the GPU, which is a surprisingly large amount of VRAM required. 4GB is pretty high, especially for a game that, well, while it looks pretty damn nice and I'm looking forward to it, it's not exactly Crysis 3 in terms of graphical fidelity. So I'm a little bit surprised that it required so much power under the hood. 670 doesn't come cheap, even if it is sort of been knocked down to a mid to high range card. It's not exactly available down at the corner shop for 50p or whatever. And VRAM 4GB, well, yeah, hopefully they will release some minimum specifications, but it probably won't be much lower than this, to be honest. At least this will give you a fairly decent idea of whether or not you can run this game at a decent speed. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.